Hi, Brent. How you doing? I got your workup. Excuse me. I got your workup right here. Your letterhead, business card, and your leave behind. So we've got the letterhead. Now the letterhead. I'm guessing that this is just for presentation, but this isn't indicative of a 8.5 by 11. My recommendation here is to present this in the same scale as an 8.5 by 11, so that we can see the spatial relationships between the logo and the placement and the size and scale of the logo in relationship to the whole page, not just 2/3 of the page or half the page or whatever that ends up being. Okay, this as a letterhead, I've got a couple of recommendations. Now, as a letterhead, it's still part of your branding, which means you still have to identify yourself in terms of the entity that you're representing, meaning that it's a really good idea to use your contact information to give the person who's the recipient of this particular letterhead, for whatever reason it is, whether it's an invoice or a shipping label or whatever you use your letterhead for, even a simple correspondence, you're going to want to put your contact information on the bottom of that. And then on the bottom of that letterhead, and not necessarily the bottom, but somewhere in the composition. Now, in terms of the logo and the business card, I think there's some inconsistencies here. Now, when we talk about branding, we talk about consistency. That's the name of the game, really. And portfolio reviewers and hiring professionals will take a look at your branding, and the first thing they're going to look at when they know they're looking at a branding piece is they're going to look for consistency. And in these two pieces, you're inconsistent because there's a couple things going on here. Number one, this logo is different from this logo. This logo includes t-shirts and apparel design. This logo doesn't. So you're showing two different logos in two different, in the same stationery system. So that would point to a pretty significant inconsistency. I would suggest you select one logo and stick with it. Now, another thing I'm thinking about the logo here is that you're giving the viewer two things to think about. You've got the monogram and the logo. My recommendation is to pick one and stick with it. So either use the logo or the monogram, but don't try to force both on the viewer, because right now you're giving the viewer too much to try to remember. Don't forget, every time you add something, you take away from what's already there. So in simple terms of even like giving somebody instructions, when you add another set of instructions to a current set of instructions, you complicate things exponentially. And I think that's what's happening here. You've added this second mark. Now you're asking the viewer to identify you by two marks instead of one. And I think that's an issue. Okay, so, and then we go to the leave behind stickers. Stickers are great. They're fun. They show a fun side of the designer. So that's awesome. Not seeing a whole lot of branding in the stickers, though. This isn't just about giving stickers. This is about making them fun and turning them into your branding. So I don't think you're compromising the integrity of your original work by taking the PSU out and putting your SC in, or your logo in there. You know what I'm saying? And same thing, go ahead and drop your logo right up there. I mean, this is branding. The person who gets these stickers will know it's branding. So you don't have to try to preserve the integrity of your original artwork by jeopardizing or risking placing another design element in there. I think that's a given, and I think that will be understood as a set of fun stickers to kind of bolster your personal branding. Okay? All right, good job. Hope that makes sense. If I can clarify anything, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know, and I'll be glad to do so. All right, good job. Thank you.